If you're a business person, there's something you can learn from the performing community, musicians, actors, performers in general. There's a concept called rehearsal, practice. And this is done so that when the big concert comes, the big show comes, the big performance comes, the big date comes, the artist is ready. The artist is prepared. The artist is familiar with what they're going to bring forth to the audience, and they can do so with confidence and with command. Business people often don't do this. They don't rehearse presentations. They don't rehearse meetings. They don't go through what they're going to talk about before they make a call. And this is a mistake. I know when I worked in big companies, we would often go through what we were going to say when we went to a big client. We would gather, we would talk about how we were going to approach it, and then we would go and everyone would know what role they were going to play in the meeting. If you run a small business, you might not do that. You might not be as particular about how you approach that meeting, and that's a mistake. Before you make a call, before you go to a meeting, before you give a presentation, you should practice, you should rehearse, you should be in command of the ideas that you're going to present, and you should anticipate objections, you should anticipate responses, you should anticipate how those people will react to what you're doing. Now, there's another piece to this, and that is learning to talk up what you're doing even when you're not meeting with someone so that you're always ready. And a couple of things will happen when you do this. The first thing that will happen, and the most important thing that will happen, is you will develop confidence in what you're doing because you know what you're doing. You know what you do. You know what you are representing. So even if you work alone, walk through the house in command. I'm a great salesperson. I've got a great company. I'm a great personal trainer. I'm a great hairstylist. I'm a great barber. I'm a great writer. Walk through the house in command of your profession. Remind yourself that what you do is valuable to clients and that you do it at a high level. And when you reinforce that, even in your private moments, you will then be ready when the phone rings, when you make a call. You will have the right posture, the right command, the right attitude about what you do. Do not enter your business day and business conversations weak about who you are and what you do. Remind yourself of the value that you bring. Remind yourself of the successes that you've had. Remind yourself of your talent. Remind yourself of your best clients, the problems you've solved. Remind yourself of the commitment you've made, how many years you've done it, how many weeks you've done it, how many months you've done it, how much study you've done. Remind yourself who is making the call, who is running the business, who is selling the product. Remind yourself all the time. Talk up your business. Talk up your skill. Talk up your capability. And when you do that, you will stir something up in you that will align you with your best and with the best out there. So that when you're having conversations, you don't have doubt. When someone says, well, I don't know about that price, or I don't know about this, that, or the other, you're not doing backflips. You're not retreating. You're not running away. You're in command. You're relaxed. You are composed. And you're able to say, well, I appreciate what it is you're saying. Let me tell you how I approach working with clients like you. I'm very excited about the opportunity to work with you. And you approach it with confidence. Too many business people are making calls and having meetings and they're masking doubt. They've got a lot of doubt in the process, a lot of fear. Oh my goodness, what if this person says no? What if this person doesn't agree? What if my price is too high? What if they've gotten someone else? That's not the way to approach what you do. The way to approach what you do is with confidence, with belief, with strength, with a firm foundation. And one way of accomplishing that is to talk up your business, to rehearse your presentations, to practice what you do so that you're never doing anything in territory you're unfamiliar with. That's what professionals do. That's what professional athletes do, and that's what professional performers do. And if you're a professional in business, you make sure that you go through what's required before you get to game time. When I was in the sports business and I would be in an arena, long before the game would start, I would see the best come out and shoot the foul shots and the three-pointers and go through the routines hours before the game would begin. And I then understood why the best was the best or is the best of all time. You would see some players in the NBA who would be able to get that final shot when it really counted. And they would say essentially the play was, when we're down, I get the ball. And that's because they have rehearsed that shot over and over and over again. So score the shots that are going to win the game for you. And the only way to do that is to come in mentally prepared, physically prepared, and as a result of practice, rehearsal, and confidence that comes from that. If you like this tip, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Share it with someone who needs to hear this. There's some other people who need to hear it. Make sure they hear it. And I will see you next time.